Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Tammy and I do math for coffee. And today we're solving a special right triangle problem. If you're not sure what special right triangles are, I'll put a link up in the corner right now that goes over how they work just in general, but I didn't have any problems on that video. Here is a problem that we can use that with right now. We're asked to solve for x, which is this side over here. There's two triangles here and it's on that triangle, but the only information we have is coming from the other triangle. You see where the 60-degree angle is, and we know that one of the side lengths is 10 times root 6. So that's the 30, 60, 90. Looking at the pattern for how 30, 60, 90 triangles work, we know that the short side is going to be across from the 30-degree angle. So that's A, and that is the 10 square root 6. The hypotenuse is 2A, and then the other leg is A times the square root of 3. That is true for all 30, 60, 90 triangles. I know that A is 10 times the square root of 6, and I know that side where the A square root of 3 is the hypotenuse for the triangle where the x is at. So I'm going to take that A times the square root of 3, knowing that A is 10 times root 6, and we're going to multiply that times the square root of 3. I'm going to simplify this by multiplying those square roots, and we'll figure out how long that hypotenuse is there on the other triangle. Root 6 times root 3 is the square root of 18. 18 is 9 times 2, so I can pull that 9 out, and I end up with 10 times 3 square root 2, which is 30 square root 2. That side that's labeled a square root 3 is actually the number 30 times the square root of 2. Now we've got all the information we need from that 30, 60, 90 triangle. We can now move over and look at this triangle. I know that that's a 45-degree angle in the corner, so I know that this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. This one also has a pattern. The two sides are going to be the same, so if you just look at the general case, A, those are the two sides, and then the hypotenuse is A times the square root of 2. Well, the thing is, if you can figure out what the A is, you already know what the side lengths are, and in this case, we know that that A has to be 30. It just matches up with the pattern, so that means x is 30. If this was helpful, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. That would be awesome. If you'd like to watch the video about how these special right triangles work and where these patterns came from, click into this video. Special right triangles come up in geometry and pre-calculus. I've got playlists for both of those courses. Click into the one that works for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.